Wow, I was about to take a sip of coffee.
Caught in the act.
Hey, what's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. I am Paul.
And I'm Sue.
We're also joined by Kayla and Jennifer. What's going on?
Hey, glad to be here.
Hello.
You're glad to be here? Are you, though?
I love my job. Thank you very much.
I think we all do, yeah.
I was going to say, what are they paying you? But that's the entire point. So,
Hey,
Well.
if you're just tuning in for the first time, Taxes and Tacos is presented by 1040.com. If you don't know what that is, I'm really confused at how you're here right now.
But welcome.
Yeah, but welcome.
Congratulations for
Head
finding
over
it
to
anyway.
1040.com and find out. Hey, no, we want to bring you just some tips and information that you need to know this tax filing season to make your filing process as easy peasy as possible.
Yes.
You like that? Easy peasy possible?
Yeah, that's not a patented phrase for
No, so you can
1040.com,
you can take that. You can take it and use it.
Yeah, because everyone wants to. That's whew,
Hey, but
high
the best
demand.
part about this show is that we give away free lunch every single week. To enter for that, comment on the Facebook Live video, 1040 bot, and then opt in for that messaging. You will be subscribed for every single week during tax season to win free lunch, even if you're not tuned in, but we hope you are. You will also receive some messaging from us, tips and tricks when it comes to filing. I always say tricks. We don't give you tricks for filing. Maybe some tips.
Handstands. While you file
Handstands.
from at home.
Yeah.
We make it
From
simple.
at
You make
home.
it cool. That should be our new tagline.
Whoa.
See?
Anyway,
Which is
wow,
better,
yeah,
that or
yeah,
easy
we gotta-
peasy?
Easy peasy. And we want to
All
give
right.
a special warm welcome to Sue, even though we received an overwhelmingly message that said they liked Cardboard Sue better.
Wow.
Welcome back.
I know. I feel like Cardboard Sue set the bar high.
Hey, you should have sat frozen. when we
I
came
should
on.
have.
Yeah.
I
but
really
you were
should
like
have.
6 times the size.
Somebody in our office
Last week,
before
not
we
this
came
week.
over here said that we needed to bring in Cardboard Sue and replace Paul so that when, we went live, then it would just be me and me. I was like, yeah, that'll just be like my life at the apartment, just hanging out.
Sounds like an Olsen twin movie. Me and Me.
Yeah.
Where they
That's
switch.
how it goes.
I used to watch those when I was a kid. I'll tell my own jokes so you can't burn me. Anyway, welcome to the show. Let's head over to Just the Tax. We're going to kick it off with scams and security. This is always a hot topic around taxes, and
Yes.
I'm not referring to the shop in the mall. This is a...
Oh my goodness. On fire.
I'll
today,
stop
Paul.
talking. Go
No,
ahead.
That's okay. So when it's tax filing season, there's a lot of personal information that is being dug up from your files and being used and, sent around. So it's really important to be aware and to know how to spot any potential scams, that sort of thing on the front end, and to keep your personal information as secure as possible. One of the ways that the IRS is rolling out to make that more possible is with their new-ish IP PIN. It's a 6-digit number that's assigned to eligible taxpayers, and that is for people who live in the top 10 locations where identity thefts are reported. So it's just an extra layer of security for people who live in those super targeted areas that will help protect your social security number. So you don't want that personal information getting out. You want to be able to protect it as much as possible. So that is one of the most recent developments for keeping your tax information secure. I don't know why your had like 18 syllables in it. Your. There.
That's awesome, though. I
yes.
love anything that the IRS does, or other companies in general, organizations, to help with security. It's such a big deal
Because the
in
scammers
the
are
digital
getting
world.
smart.
Yeah.
Identity thieves are no dummies. So, but this is one of the ways that we're staying one step ahead. So,
Also, yeah, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
okay.
This always cracks me up. The IRS prison scam.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
So one of the more common things that happen during tax season is that people posing as the IRS will call phone numbers, send emails, this sort of thing, and they are very threatening. I got one the other day, which I thought was kind of funny because I was like, I work for a tax company and know this is bogus. But they were essentially saying, if you don't do this within 24 hours, send us your information, or the cops, local police are going to show up and arrest you and all this. And I was like, okay, whatever. In 24 hours, I was fine after that. But if this
After we had to bail you out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was for something else.
Oh.
No. No, but so if you want to learn more about how to spot those scams and stuff, we have a really cool blog post about it.
Well, actually, we're going to read some of this together as a class.
Paul's going to read it.
The IRS will never, let's all say it out loud.
No.
Request personal info over the phone or internet. Use aggressive or threatening language. Require payment via prepaid cards.
Yes.
This is always fun.
Yeah. So
fire Texas now and use Amazon cards.
Yes, one of the more recent scams, I guess it's more recent, or maybe I just didn't realize it was happening until this tax season, is that scammers will email or call on the phone or send letters and stuff and say, hey, you owe us, $1,000 and you need to pay it now through Amazon gift cards, prepaid
I do that
Visa
every
cards,
year.
and this sort of thing. And so it's like, really? The IRS needs, some Amazon to, pay for their Prime membership or whatever it is. So anyway, so they will never ask you to pay via prepaid cards, gift cards, that sort of thing. So
there's the blog on that. You can find that under the blog section.
And if you're interested in more sorts of scams and things that may be going on, we have a blog post on 6 online scams and how to avoid them. So if you're interested, it's really interesting. There are different kinds, ranging anywhere from those phone scams to, there's this one really complicated one towards the end of this blog post, really cool infographic. But
Thanks,
it's an inflated refund scam. And it's crazy, the acrobatics that they did to do to steal your information here. It's like they file and then they send it and it actually gets accepted, but then they like back up and then you have to pay and all this. So one of the things with these different scams is just learning how to be able to prepare yourself against getting scammed. And one of the easiest ways to do that is just to file as early as possible, because if you file with your information, somebody else can't. So
Boom.
Drop the mic. Don't drop the mic. They stay on the table.
Hey, a couple weeks ago, we were having to talk about the government shutdown and how that affected the IRS and your tax return. Unfortunately, we might be looking down that same road. Hopefully not. But this weekend, we will know. So why don't you touch on
A little bit of that.
what that might look like? Yeah.
Yes. So the government shutdown was put on a 3-week temporary hold so that people who work for the government could get paychecks and things could kind of start moving a little bit again. But over the weekend, we may be going back into a government shutdown. Here's the good news. The IRS has said that they are trying to make sure that everything keeps moving along smoothly for tax season. So according to the IRS, we should not be seeing too many bumps in the road so far as filing your taxes are concerned and rolling out refunds, that sort of thing. They're working very hard to make sure that people are getting their refunds on time and moving along the tax return processing just as much as past years. So that's
Sorry,
good
I
news.
couldn't help you get out of that. I was looking at these steamy tacos that we have.
But it's just
I was looking at that and
so
listening to you
tempting.
struggle to get out of that sentence. So,
I know.
Sorry.
I was trapped like tacos underneath a cake plate.
Anyway, hey, let's keep this show trucking and go over to From the Filter. Hello to our friends at Healing Waters International. Check these guys out, healingwaters.org. They are in the process of accepting applications for summer interns. We've got some of this pulled up. Graphic design and video storytelling intern, grants and fundraising intern, app developer, data visualization intern, wash research intern. There's all kinds of opportunities here. If you are in college and you're looking to get into this field or this type of work, or if you just think that would be an awesome summer gig to go check out what they do, we highly recommend that you tell your friends about this. Tell your kids, your grandkids, whoever it might be.
Tell yourself.
Tell yourself.
I want to go to Colorado for the summer. I'll just work remotely. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just sending blogs and stuff. It'll be good.
So check out those openings and get your application in. We love those guys and love what they do. What do we got coming up next? Tales and fails. Hey, there's a hot new show on Netflix right now called
It's the Marie Kondo Spark.
Is that what it's
Joy.
called?
It's called tidying up, but that's
Tidying
close.
up, just kidding.
It's tidying up with.
I have watched it before.
Marie Kondo.
Yes. And I completely blanked on the actual title of it. I was like, what is it called? I don't know. Spark Joy?
And we really just want to talk about it.
Yes. So.
No, I'm just kidding. It does relate to taxes.
Well, yes.
What's the premise of the show? Let's talk about that.
Yes. So the premise of the show is to declutter. Because, as Americans, we kind of live in this consumer culture, this sort of thing. And so people buy stuff and buy stuff and buy stuff. And then your house, just kind of gets overwhelmed. Your closets get overwhelmed. And so Marie Kondo is
Hey, we just need like
expert.
the really short version of what the show is about.
Why you want to interrupt me, Paul? This is why I'm here, to run out the clock. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, she's an expert on tidying up. And one of the things that she says is that when you're going through your stuff, you hold each item. And if it sparks joy, then you keep it. And if it doesn't spark joy, then you don't keep it. So we're going to demonstrate here on the set of Taxes and Tacos. So Paul's going to, I don't know why I have my eyes shut. This isn't how she does it.
All right. Oh, that'd be fun, though, if you close your eyes.
Okay.
And I'll place this here.
Okay.
This is a Disney Vinylmation Woody.
Vinylmation.
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, he's staring into my soul. That's a little creepy. I don't know if that's sparks
Mickey
joy
Mouse
or my
as
fight
Woody.
or flight.
Okay. Did not spark joy. We'll put
did
that
not
here.
spark joy. Okay. I'm closing my eyes again.
Don't drop this one.
Okay.
I have here a Taxing Subjects coffee mug.
Oh, well, you could have just told me that.
Doesn't spark any joy.
Taxing subjects. Oh,
Hey, so this is what the show is all about. But here's the deal. There is a tax. What? Oh, yeah. There is a tax benefit for this, Sue.
Yes. So as you're going through your things and finding stuff that does not spark joy that you want to get rid of, if you donate clothes and other valuable items to any charity, then you could actually deduct the value of those items using the charitable donations deduction. So getting rid of the stuff that's cluttering up your life may actually get you a tax break. So that's good to know.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That's just about it. Tidy up your lives.
And
It's
thanks to our
great.
friends at Forbes, not really our friends, but for sharing this article and inspiring us to talk about it more.
It's good.
All right, upcoming deadlines. We talk about this quite a bit, and we're going to talk about it again this week because I've been told it's super important.
Yes.
PATH Act refunds.
Yes. So if you claimed on your tax return either the earned income tax credit or the additional child tax credit, both of those tax credits are refundable, which means that they can add to your refund even if your tax liability is already covered. And so it makes it super, super valuable for fraudsters. So those two tax breaks are very targeted. So if you claim either of those, according to the PATH Act, those returns will have extra processing time and the refunds will be held until February 27th of this year. So that's just an extra security measure to make sure that those refundable credits go to you and not into the pockets of some fraudster. So if you chose to do direct deposit when you filed your taxes, your tax refund should be available in your bank account starting February 27th. So, and
awesome.
And that's if no other problems were going down, that sort of thing. So that's good news. It's a good date to think about.
Also, if you are on our email list, a little upcoming date and deadline is that we sent out a Valentine promo today.
Upcoming date for Valentine's Day.
We sent out a Valentine promo today. I received it. Did you?
I did.
You ladies?
I did.
Oh, I sent it, so I definitely received it as well.
Jennifer did not get it.
I already filed my taxes.
Oh, Jennifer's
aren't
on
we
the
smart?
ball.
Jenny from the
Dang.
block already filing over there.
Good to go.
Yeah. Hey, so if you're not on our email list, go to 1040.com, click Start Free, create an account, and give us that email. We will be sending you promo codes and all kinds of other good emails to help you this filing season.
Hey.
Make sure that you are also commenting on the comments of this Facebook Live video, 1040bot, to get entered for free lunch.
Yes.
Let's move right into our Q&A.
Alrighty.
All right, so our first question was left on a previous post. It says, if you didn't file last year, but you were supposed to, can you file both years this time?
Yes. So you'll have to file 2 separate returns for each tax year. So you couldn't file both of them like on the same tax return. But it is definitely a good idea to go ahead and file, if you didn't file a previous year, to file that as soon as possible for 2 reasons. One, either you are owed a refund and you won't get that money if you don't file your tax return, or if you actually owe money to the IRS, you will be incurring penalties. There's 2 different penalties. There's the failure to file and the failure to pay. And actually, the failure to file penalty is a little bit higher than the failure to pay penalty. So if you've been putting off filing a previous year's tax return because you're like, I just can't pay the taxes on it, go ahead and file it and then work on paying it overtime. The IRS has some great paying overtime processes that you can access on the irs.gov site. So if you haven't filed in a previous year, go ahead and do that, because either you have a sweet refund that's waiting on you, or you can go ahead and stop those penalties in their tracks and not have those adding up anymore. So good to go.
You're crushing it today.
I see. It's the smell of these tacos, man. They're just.
That was just me being nice after I told you we only needed the abbreviated version of what tidying up was about.
Okay. All right.
At least I admitted to it.
Yeah,
you're
that was
crushing
good. Oh, thanks.
You are crushing it.
So the
We got
next
another question. Yeah. What's up?
This question was actually live texted in. If you watched last week's episode, Paul mentioned it, and so we included it this week. Yeah, it was.
Well, I was on my phone.
Fans that were texting you during
I
the
was
show.
on my phone during the recording. I'm like, I should probably say why I'm on my phone right now. It's because I was getting a question. So here it is.
It's a really good
This
question.
one's for you, Samuel.
It says, I did contract work in another state and received a 1099 from that state. Do I have to file a state return for that income?
Sweet. Yes, you actually do. So this is becoming more and more of a common thing as we have more people working out of their homes, working on laptops, doing jobs like over the internet for people. If you did a job for somebody in another state and they send you a 1099, then you should file a tax return for that state as a non-resident. So the good news about that is that states have standard deductions for filing statuses. So you may end up not owing any tax on that amount that you earned, but you still do have to report it, and you'll have to file that non-resident tax return for the state where your client lived. So boom,
there you go. It literally took like 6 days to get that answer because I forgot, and then I finally asked. So Samuel, I know you already know that answer, but now everybody else knows that answer because you text in a question, and that's exactly what we want you all to be doing. If you have a question, no question is bad. What do they used to say? What did they say?
No stupid question.
There's no such thing as a stupid question, just a
Yes.
stupid person or something like that. Oh, I added that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all you, Paul.
I'm sorry. That's what my teacher told me.
There are no such thing as stupid people. No, I'm just kidding. I mean...
All right, this is the best time of the show, I think, because it's free lunch giveaway time. And drum roll, please.
Who's saying it?
Our winner is Jason Cassida. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for submitting to the 1040 bot. Message us, direct message us on Facebook at 1040.com.
To claim
your, what is it? 1040.com DIY tax filing.
Yeah, if you just go to Facebook and type in 1040.com and
you'll
search,
find us there.
It's there.
Yeah, send us a direct message with your information and we will get you lunch. And thank you so much for submitting to the 1040 bot.
Yes.
If you haven't done that yet, you could be like Jason or our winner from last week and let us buy you lunch. So be doing that.
Speaking of free lunch, let's
have a taco.
Free lunch.
Don't forget the bean burritos for our resident
the bean burrito
vegetarian
is for our
Jennifer.
resident.
Would you like to open this?
Yeah, I will open this while I'm doing that. Thank you so much for watching. Share this with your friends. Tune in next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 1040.com taxes and tacos. We'll see you next week.
Aside from my soul.